So this is a follow-up video to the video that I did last week on gender-affirming care for minors. And I'm defining gender-affirming care in the form of surgeries and medications given to children. A lot of you asked that I cite some of my sources of where I found my information. So I'm here to do that today. And I found this on a website called Axio.com. That's spelled, sorry, I have to look, Axios, Axios.com. And this article was written by Aaron Daugherty in February of this year, 2023. For number 2, 20 to 50% of kids who are of middle school or high school age living in urban areas identify as LGBTQ+. So I learned this from a lady by the name of Gabrielle Clark. She was on the Buck Angel podcast, I believe it was earlier this year. Her daughter was identifying as trans, and there was a lot more going on with her, and she had to get her daughter some help because there were other things going on with her daughter that were really taking over her in a negative way. She has a program actually designed for middle school and high school kids. It's for the parents to help their kids who are struggling or who may be struggling with gender dysphoria. And that program is called Affirming Reality. And the website is called affirmingreality.com. And the episode that she was on Buck Angel's podcast was called How to Protect Kids from Gender Indoctrination, which was a great episode. Third, 1.6 million and 300,000 are between the ages of 13 and 17. I found this on Reuters.com. That's Reuters spelled Reuters. And the article is by Jonathan Allen. It was written June of 2022, so a little over a year ago. Number 4, gender-affirming chest surgeries have increased by 389% among trans adolescents. And all except 1.4% of these surgeries were masculinizing surgeries. This information can be found on christianpost.com. And this article was written by Ryan Foley, if you're interested. For number 5, the last one that we have here, I couldn't find where I found this one last week, but I will share this one with you again, this statistic. So it says that for last year, 2022, gender-affirming care was a $350 million business for the pharmaceutical industry. And by the year 2027, it's projected to increase all the way up to 750 million. And this chart that you see here represents the diagnosis of youth with gender dysphoria, starting from 2017 up until 2021. And this graph can be found on Reuters.com, and the article is written by Robin Respaut. Not sure how you pronounce it, but it's Respaut, and also by Chad Terhune. This was written in October of 2022, so not quite a year. So, if you'd like to find out more information, the information is out there. I know a lot of this seems very vague and hard to believe, but there's a lot going on with children, and I believe a lot of this is due to social contagion. There are kids with gender dysphoria out there who are legitimately transgender, but as far as putting them on medications or performing surgeries before they're mature enough, it's a very dangerous thing to do, and it can definitely impact these kids in a negative way later on in life, or even sooner than that. So it's very important that those of us speak out about this and let other people know that This is not safe, and there's still a lot that we don't know about giving this type of care to kids as far as surgeries and medications are concerned. I'm okay with kids seeking out counseling. Counseling is non surgical, but you have to be very careful, very wary when choosing a counselor or a therapist because a lot of them have been compromised by big pharma and whoever else is out there promoting this agenda and trying to indoctrinate kids. There are a lot of us who are legitimately transgender, but there are a great deal of detransitioners who found out that they were not transgender, but they were told by medical professionals and adults who were around them that they were, which is very dangerous because, like I said, a lot of these changes that come with gender affirming care in the form of medications and surgery are irreversible. So I encourage all of you out there to do your research. Buck Angel is very good to listen to. I've learned a lot from him. He's a trans man and he has a podcast on YouTube. Blair White is also good too. I'm sure you've heard of her. We don't agree on everything, but a lot of what she says makes sense and there's a lot of logic to it. So I encourage you to go out there and do your research. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening. Bye.